Hey guys, welcome. Today we're working on this 2008 Toyota Tundra that we've actually done a couple Amsoil oil changes on, and we're doing them once a year. The owner's been running lots of miles, and as you can remember, last year it was 21,000 miles on the Amsoil oil change. And so this will be the third Amsoil oil change we've done on this truck. But today, in response to my last video on this truck, we're going to be actually pulling an oil sample. And so what we're going to do is send this sample away to the lab, and they're going to tell us viscosity, total base number, wear metals, everything. And they'll tell us whether or not the oil is good for continued use. And so we're going to get started. I've got a sample pump and a prepaid UPS oil sample kit, and I'll have links to this stuff down below in the first comment. So we've got our oil sample kit here, and we'll just go ahead and rip that open. And you can sign up for an online account, or you can fill out the paperwork here that comes with it and send that in. And you're going to be putting all your vehicle info and your mileage and basically just all that basic stuff. So, but what we need at this point is a sample bottle, and this pump just makes it convenient. Some people come, they take their sample as they're draining their oil. That's okay, but you could also get some contamination off the bottom of the pan. So if you do choose to do it that way, let it run for a second or two before you catch your sample. And we just screw this on. All right, we'll save our lid here, and we'll just stick this down the dipstick tube. So ideally, we'll be just a little bit off the bottom of the pan. Try to feel it. It's probably actually curving around, so we'll just pull it back. And so we'll pump this, and we'll see if we're catching any oil. Oh, there it comes. And so there is a line, there's a level right there. So you want to get it up to that line. And that gives them enough oil to perform all their tests. We haven't even looked at the mileage yet to see how many miles are on this, but it's been a good year, if not a little longer. So there we go. Got our sample amount. So now we can carefully remove the bottle, and then we'll just cap it. All right, we got a nice oil sample. And we'll fill this stuff out and drop it in here and mail it, and we'll get back to you with the results. Now I'm going to do that in this video. I'm going to wait to publish this video till we do get the results, so you can see exactly what's going on. And now we'll get into this oil change. So changing the oil on this 08 Tundra is almost as easy as subscribing to your favorite YouTube channel. And for this job, you need a 14mm socket and a drain pan. And then when we get to the filter, you'll see there is a special filter wrench you need. We'll just let that drain. So it's going to be very interesting to see the results of the oil analysis. Almost 19,000 miles on this oil. So we shall see. And again, guys, I will say the Amsoil filter is recommended for 15, so we did kind of go over a little bit on that. But the oil itself is well within the specs. It's 25,000 miles, 1 year, or 700 hours in normal service. And if you're doing severe service, stop and go trailers, dusty conditions, shorten that to 15,000 miles, but still 1 year or 700 hours. So again, we're using the Amsoil EA15K04. I'll put a link down below for this product. You can buy it from my website, number1synthetic.com or amsoil.com. And if you want to help me out, use my dealer number, 1463115. And we've also got this really well-built filter wrench from Motivex Tools, and I highly recommend it. There are less expensive ones, but some of them are stamped steel, and I've heard they can bend or even break. This is really well made, and it's got all the notches right where they need to be. Fits everything perfect. You've got either a 3/8 drive, or I think that's a 27. You could put a socket on it if you need more power to apply. Alright, so for the filter, you've got this little 3/8 drive thing on the bottom of the housing, and you'll just loosen that. Take that out. Yeah, there's a little bit in there, not much. So then, and there's an O-ring there, and we'll change that. The Amsoil filter comes with all of that. And something else the filter comes with is a little plastic thing. And Motivex also has a tool that you can buy, but each of the Amsoil cartridge filters comes with one of these. And if you simply screw it in here, I should have my gloves on. There it comes. And that releases the oil that's inside this housing, the oil filter. So if you were to try to take this off without draining it, you can imagine it would be a mess. Okay, so here's this Motivex filter wrench, and so we're just going to put it on the housing here, and it's nice because it only fits one way. There it is. And let's see, hopefully I didn't over tighten it last time. First time we did this, the dealer had severely over tightened it, and so it was a challenge to get loose. So we'll finish. There, we got it to hand tight. Whoops, there comes some oil. I'm going to actually try to get that out of there before it gets soaked in oil. So yeah, wear gloves, protect yourself from the used oil. Here we go. So here's an Amsoil oil filter in service for 19,000 miles. And pleats are fully intact. Nothing looks really bad.
Oh, she did. Oh, okay.
So again, these are made for 15,000 miles. So we've got our housing out, and we're just going to change these O-rings. You could use a credit card or something and get under it, but I'm actually able to just get it here with my fingers. And then got your new rings from Amsoil. Yeah, the Amsoil filters, they come with all this stuff, and you want to get a little bit of new oil and just lube the I should have gloves on here, guys. Sorry, bad example. Whoops, that's probably more than I needed. lube the O-ring and put it on there. Oops. But what seals your this cap is the O-ring, so that's why it's unnecessary to over tighten these, because your seal comes from the O-ring. And then go ahead and get some oil on this one. And this one actually, this is for that plug on the bottom. And you can go ahead and install this now. And this is just where we drain. It's like the pre-drain. Just go ahead and give that a little bit of tight with your 3/8 drive, and you're good to go there. We'll get our new filter. We'll just get a little of the oil on these O-rings. Yeah, these are really well made. You can see the metal end caps and the O-rings, and the filter material is the 99% efficient full synthetic media. And so that's what gives you your extended drain performance with the 100% synthetic Amsoil that we'll look at later. And then this we'll just screw it back up in the engine. Alright, so you take your filter wrench and you got to be super careful not to over tighten. And again, there's no need to, because your seal is provided by that O-ring. So really, as you bring it up, you'll feel it. Yeah, right about there. I mean, that's it. And then what we'll do, let's just touch this. Again, you wouldn't want to strip this thing out either. So there it is. It actually comes to a stop there. So again, no need to over tighten, and kind of wipe it down. Comment down in the comments and let me know, do you hit your plastic oil filter housing with brake clean or something else? I'm just a little wary to do it because I know that stuff can degrade plastic over time. So just curious if anyone has experience with that. Let me know. And guys, be sure to like the video. That really helps, especially an early like. Helps get the content out. And be sure to subscribe if you haven't already. So with our drain plug with a new soft aluminum crush washer, we just get it in there, and then don't over tighten that, but you do want to put it tight enough. Probably a torque spec. If you know it, leave it in the comments. But I think most of them are 20 to 30 foot-pounds as a ballpark. I just do it just kind of common sense. You want it tight, but not too tight. Crushing that crush washer, and that's what gives you the seal. Then we can hit that with some brake cleaner real quick, and we'll be good to start filling. Okay. So guys, this is what we're using. It's the Amsoil Signature Series, 100% synthetic. We're using 0W20. You can use 520, but I think Toyota came out with a TSB saying either one was fine. And this is really good, 100% synthetic, chemically engineered. And I'll have a link down below in the first comment where you can buy it. And this is a partial quart here. We're going to go ahead and add this, and then add 7 more. And then we'll start it, check for leaks, and back it down. Alright. And here's a fresh one. always make sure you have replaced your oil drain plug before you add. So comment down below as well. Tell me how many miles are on your Tundra engine. I know a couple of these online have gone over 1 million miles, like some of the Couriers and stuff. So right there on the oil cap, you can see that they give you the option 5W20 or 0W20. And this one does have the 5.7. And just take a look at this. He just got this nice cover, actually got it used, but it really works well. Really looks good with this truck. It's amazing how a truck that's, you know, 13 some years old, going on 14 years old, 186,000 miles. These are really well built Tundras. Let's hope that the 2022s and getting rid of the V8 proves to be a good thing. I don't know that it is. These V8s are legendary. Alright. Just started it up with the Amsoil. Let's check for leaks. Looks good. Still never hit that with brake clean. Truck sitting for a few minutes, so let's get a reading here. Let's wipe it. Share this video and these results. Actually, it looks like we might need a little bit more. So this is my dashboard at Oil Analyzers, but it looks like for a first-time sample, you actually have to do it with the paper that comes with the sample bottle. So I'll let you see what I filled out here. 13 months on the oil, almost 19,000 miles. There's the total miles on the vehicle, 186,772. And we did change the oil in the filter yesterday. 1 quart or less actually of makeup oil. First time sample. There's the Amsoil filter we're using, 20 microns, 98.7% efficiency. So we'll go ahead and get this sent in. So there's our sample bottle, the sticker attached. What it is, you just come up with a component ID. You can call it whatever you want, letters, numbers. You know, if this is a commercial vehicle, you'd have like the truck number or whatever. And we're going to put it in the pouch, seal it up, and there's a prepaid UPS label, and we will get it on the way. Alright, so here are the results. It's been about a week and a half because I was taking my time getting everything packed up and sent out, but as you can see, start up here at the top, and we've got a severity level of 2, which is on the less, you know, it's closer to green. This is normal, abnormal, and critical, and so we'll see down in the comments why they flagged it as a 2. But basically, yeah, I'm just covering personal info there, and then you've got the pertinent info here, the lab that it went to, and the analyst's initials. Info requested there on the filter. I did click on that and I tried to update it. It's just full flow, bypass, that type of stuff. So this is a full flow, and you can see there in the notes it's the Amsoil EA 15K04 and the Amsoil Signature Series 0W20. And so I'll read these comments to you in case you're driving and can't look at the screen. So the comments say, flagged data does not indicate an immediate need for maintenance action. Continue to observe the trend and monitor equipment and fluid condition. Base number is moderately low. As base number depletes, the ability to neutralize acids is diminished. Viscosity is moderately high. Causes include contamination, oxidation, incorrectly identified viscosity grade, or adding a different viscosity grade to the component, like for top off basically. Silicon is at a minor level. Silicon sources can be abrasives, dirt or aluminum, silica, seals and gasket material, lube additive, it's not that, lube supplement, or environmental contaminant. Lubricant and filter change acknowledged. Your note was taken into consideration. And I've got to look because I forget what my note was. But so basically, since we did change the oil and filter, there's not going to be a subsequent sample on this oil. But if you look at the comments again, it says flag data does not indicate an immediate need for maintenance action. Continue to observe the trend and monitor equipment and fluid conditions. So what that's saying is this oil technically did not need to be changed. Now, I think it was pretty much time, and you've also got to think about, we ran that filter 4,000 miles past where it was supposed to be. So if we scroll up, let's look here. And so what we've got, this is the rest of the pertinent info. Basically, 22 parts per million iron, 1 part chromium, 0 nickel, 2 aluminum, 3 copper, 0 lead, 0 tin, 0 cadmium, 0 silver, 0 vanadium. Silicon looks like 31, sodium 13. I believe that's an additive, and so on and so forth. They flagged boron, and I think that was possibly different than what they were expecting. Just as a side note, your phosphorus and zinc, you've got 700 and almost 900 parts per million on the phosphorus and zinc, but of course those would be higher if it wasn't for the EPA standards and the catalytic converter issues. So if you need higher zinc and phosphorus, reach out to me or check out my links below. And there are several Amsoil options with extremely high zinc, probably approaching double those values, zinc and phosphorus. Date sampled, date received, that's my discrepancy there of getting it sent in. 18,937 miles on the oil, 186,772 miles on the vehicle. Lube change, they acknowledged as yes. There was a quart of oil added during that year or 13 months. Filter was changed. Fuel dilution, soot, water, all less than 1, less than 0.1, so virtually nothing there. Now the viscosity at 100 Celsius, I'm going to post a thing for the SAE J300. And that's going to give you the centistoke ranges for each viscosity grade. And so a 20 weight oil, which this is 0W20, has to be between 2 values, and they're saying 10.5 is moderately high. I guess it's toward the higher end of a 20 weight. So I'll post that here in a minute. Base number 1.99. So a base number of 2, yes, that's getting low, but it's still positive. And so the oil did last for a full year. if not more. I think this was 13 months, 19,000 miles, and you've got your oxidation nitration there, 63 and 18. Again, this engine would not be considered low mileage, even though it is a Toyota and 186. It's probably got lots more life left in it. Who knows if a tune-up could even help those oxidation nitration numbers to come down. The owner's not even sure. It may have original spark plugs in it. But yeah, the base number at 2 basically means that it probably was a good idea that we changed it. You know, let's say you had changed the filter at, say, 15,000, topped off the oil. That would have also replenished the base number a little bit. But anyway, it's, I mean, there's the numbers, guys. That's a year, and that is a year, maybe 13 months on Amsoil Signature Series. Amsoil Signature Series 0W20 in a 2008 Toyota Tundra. Daily driven, mix of city and highway, but a lot of those miles are interstate. And so this oil is still good, was still good. We drained it, changed the filter. And guys, if you're interested in any of this stuff, my info and my links to everything are down below in the first comment. I would love it if you would check those out. I'll have links to the oil, to the filter, to the oil analysis kits, to the fluid pump, and to the link, brand new link out, guys, for the Amsoil Preferred Customer program. This will be my specific link that will not only get you 25% off for a $10 membership for 6 months. You can try it out. 20 bucks a year, but it will also it'll also help me. So yeah, guys, save money being an Amsoil Preferred customer. And if you use my link that is down below, or you put in my dealer number 1463115, I will get the credit, guys. I would love that. You would help the channel. And again, if you want to help the channel, if you want to help me grow this thing and make it to 1,000 subs, then obviously like, subscribe yourself, but share the video. Either share it on your social media, or if you know somebody you're like, I know who would like this, you know, think about sharing it. Thanks, guys. Hit me with questions in the comments below. And stay tuned, because we got more oil analysis videos coming. I want to do the 07 Pilot, and I want to do my 03 Accord, and see where we stand. I might actually. Ooh, thanks, Mike. Yeah, this pan is pretty deformed. When you, whoops.